The Alger Hiss trial was a spy case that added to the communist fear that was across America. It was involved the former state official Alger Hiss. In 1948, former communist spy Whittaker Chambers accused Alger Hiss of spying for the Soviet Union during and before World War II. Chambers produced a microfilm of government documents and claimed they had been typed by Hiss on his typewriter. Chambers also had a 35mm film and 3 undeveloped rolls. U.S. Representative Richard Nixon wanted the materials to be brought to court. Chambers hid them in a pumpkin, and the papers are now known as pumpkin papers. Many years have passed, and it was hard for government prosecutors to charge Hiss with espionage. A jury convicted Hiss of perjury for lying about passing the documents, and they sent him to jail for 4 years. Richard Nixon gained fame for pursuing the charges against Hiss, and within a few years of the cases, Nixon became president. Hiss claimed he was innocent, and the Chambers forged the documents to use against him. But in 1996, Soviet cables released by the National Security Agency seemed to prove Hiss's guilt. Some historians believe that the classified documents proved Alger Hiss was a spy for the Soviet Union, while other historians are still not convinced. One of the documents had the date March 30th, 1945, and refers to an American by the name Alice, and Alice was a Soviet Union working in the State Department and went with President Roosevelt to the 1945 Yalta Conference and flew to Moscow, which Alger Hiss also did all those things. The National Security recorded that Alice could only have been Alger Hiss. Alger Hiss was deserving prosecution because he was a spy for the Soviet Union and could have gotten a lot of important information to the Soviet Union. That would not be good for the United States. If Alger Hiss was not caught, he could have gotten a lot more documents and information to the Soviet Union, and the Soviet Union would know more things about the United States, and that's not necessarily a good thing. The Red Scare paranoia violates people's civil liberties by not being able to do what people want to do at the time because a plethora of things were seen as communist. People couldn't like things or express their feelings or opinions because they were stepping around eggshells and trying not to be communist.